Welcome to the Stephen Hartmann Podcast. What's the show? No one knows. Who am I? Who cares? Let's start the show.
Hell yeah. Let's start this damn show. How's everybody doing? I'm doing pretty damn good. Happy to be here today. Ready to talk some shit. It's episode 30, people. Can't fucking believe that one. I'm like, damn, been doing this for 30 episodes already. I think I'm doing all right. Definitely starting to get my flow pretty good. Still wish I had a better way to kill my audio. It's just too many steps for me to level that down and all that. So I just kill it. But it's all right. It's just kind of an abrupt end, I guess. I guess what I could try to do is cut that down to where maybe I could fade it out as I'm talking. You know, just have it do it on its own. But I don't know. Anyway, what's up, people? It's Thursday, but this will be coming out tomorrow. I just wanted to get this shit done, so I knew I was getting it. No, wait, I'm fucking stupid. It's not Thursday, dude. This is Friday. Man, I am totally mixed up. Sorry about that. This is Friday, and this will be coming out today. Tomorrow is the baby shower, which is Saturday. So yes, today is Friday. I just realized. Not really. I'm just stupid. Anyway, how was everybody's week? Hope it was good. I had a pretty good week. I'm off today and tomorrow, like I said, for the baby shower, getting that ready, you know, having a bunch of people over to the house. So got to get that looking better. I mean, it's not like we have like a, you know, super dirty house or anything, but you know, when you got that many people coming over, you kind of want to make it look a little bit better than normal, but it doesn't take too much, like I said, because the house gets kept pretty good. Especially my dad's around a lot, and he helps out tremendously doing a lot of that. So, but we still needed to do a few things, you know, just trying to make it look, you know, nice. Don't want the guests to be like, oh man, it's kind of dusty in here. But anyway, looking forward to that. Hoping we actually have some guests. That's one thing as well. I mean, we're expecting anywhere from like 10 to 20 people, but who knows, man. We thought we were going to have quite a few people for the wedding, and it wasn't all that, you know, like we thought we were going to get a lot more. Thank God for like her side of the family, because I think all I had was my dad and my aunt. My buddy Eric was there for a little bit. I don't know if he was there for the ceremony. I can't remember. I think he was. But besides that, if Julia wouldn't have had some family there, it would have been a pretty small ass wedding. So I'm hoping this party, you know, at least we have a few people here and it's a good time, you know. So I think it's going to be fun, but we'll see. It's a little, you know, little nervousness having all these people coming over to your house, but it should be good. I've hosted a few like family things here, so, you know, I got a little experience, but not like to the level of like 20 people. So we'll see how that goes. Sorry if I didn't really get any invites out to anybody. This wasn't really planned all that well, and that's kind of my bad. Like, I should have been on it a little bit more. It was kind of supposed to be a surprise thing at one point, but it just was turning into such a hard process to make it a surprise. I just decided to tell all the other people involved, like, hey, we're just gonna fucking, you know, make this public so it's a lot easier so we can get this done, because it wasn't going anywhere unless we would have done that, because like I said, I was not doing a very good job by myself. So, but it looks like it's coming together pretty well. I'm excited. We already saw the cupcakes, so that was kind of cool. But I think there's some more stuff. I'm pretty sure they said they were getting a cake, and I think we're having a couple like giant subs and shit or something. But looking forward to all that. See how all that goes. Having all the coworkers come by. It's gonna be a little like, hey, what's up? Yeah, we work together. But it'll be cool. Need to start trying to socialize anyway, especially with the baby. We're gonna have to start socializing with other parents and shit. So I guess this is good practice. At least these people, we like and stuff, so at least, we know most of them. I don't know who's bringing their spouses and all that, but I would imagine most of them are probably just as cool as the people. So not too worried about all that. I'm just worried about, just want everybody to have a good time, just enjoy themselves. That's all I really care. But yeah, looking forward to that. Besides that, I guess I'll just jump into some sports real quick because I just want to do a real quick one on that. We just had the Thursday night game last night. Dallas at Tampa. Tampa ended up winning that game. I guess apparently Dallas missed a few field goals, which, man, they just seem to have issues with their kickers. They needed to figure that one out because that can really cost them some games, man. And it's crazy. I saw the stat about Dak Prescott, how he has been he's thrown for over 400 yards for the last, I think, 5 or 6 games, and he's only won one of those games. So it's kind of telling, maybe they should try to run more. And it almost seems like maybe they just don't have any faith in the running game now, which is kind of weird because they had one of the best running games just a couple years ago. So, but not surprising. Tom Brady looked like he hasn't aged. Doesn't look like he's going to be any worse this year, unfortunately. It's kind of crazy. I didn't think that guy could just keep going and going the way he does. But, yeah, they won the opener. Looking forward to this weekend, see how the rest of the games go. And then, of course, the Raider game is Monday night. So, yeah, I probably won't have time to talk about it after it's over to put my episode out Monday. But I might go more in depth before the game and talk about why I think we win or whatever. But definitely looking forward to that. It's the season opener, and it's at home, and we got fans for the first time in the new stadium. So that's going to be cool. Finally get to see that. So that's pretty much it on the sports shit, I think. I'll do all my fantasy stuff and all that for Monday's episode. Sorry to my Uncle Willie. I guess he's a little irritated about his team, but I'm telling you, dude, it'll be good. Just watch them waivers, try to work some trades, do something. You got plenty of time. It's just the first week, so you can't be upset. He's actually got a pretty good team, so I don't know why he's so upset. He may not know the names, but when you look at his point totals and shit, they got some pretty decent points. So we'll see. But anyway, off of that, what was I going to oh yeah, I was going to do my life story first. It's been kind of hard for me to think of things to talk about because I'm not sure if I should really talk about things because I don't know necessarily if it's going to make people mad or if I could even get in any kind of trouble for certain stuff. But I think after a certain amount of years on things, I think I'm okay with most things. Like I said, talking about shoplifting and stuff like that, I'm not too worried about that kind of stuff. Admitting doing drugs and stuff like that, that can be a little iffy. Like I said, I don't do anything like that nowadays. I smoke my medical marijuana. I'm allowed to. I have a card. So I'm allowed to do this. It's not illegal for me. This is the only thing I do. I hardly even take a fucking aspirin nowadays. So I don't do that kind of shit anymore. But, not saying, I'm against it, but, I'm just saying nowadays I've kind of, figured out I need to get my shit together a little bit. So I'm not that crazy dude anymore. But like with some things, it's just like, damn, I don't know if I should necessarily admit those things. But I don't, like I said, I think I'm safe with most of the stuff I've done. Nothing I've done has been like, where I got to worry about the law necessarily coming after me about stuff. But, people or companies might be a little mad about some of the things that I've done. Like, like how I talked about stealing the chicken wings from Pizza Hut. I don't know if they can necessarily do anything. Not give me a job again. Okay. I don't really care about that. And it's like I said, I'm not doing that nowadays. I'm not stealing for my job. I don't do that kind of shit. This was a long time ago. I'm just saying stuff that I did. But I'm not sure if any of that can kind of come back on me or not. But I think with certain things, I can go ahead and admit things. So what I'm going to do today is talk about another job I had. Like I said, I think I've talked about my jobs a little bit. On that one episode, I talked about pretty much every job I think I ever had or whatever. Maybe not every job I ever had, but I'm going to talk about one of the jobs I had when I first moved here. Well, I guess it wasn't when I first moved here. It was, I guess, 4 or 5 years after I had moved to Rio Rancho when I first moved here to live with my dad. We ended up going to Vegas for a couple years, blah, blah, blah. I lived in Phoenix for like a while. Anyway, we ended up all coming back here. And pretty much in the same neighborhood where we are still to this day. I guess my dad said about 14 years ago, actually. He just brought this up. So we come back here up into the Heights, and I get a job at a gas station. It's called Giant. I think it might have been called Conoco when I first started there, if I remember correctly. Either way, it became Giant Industries or something like that. And I believe that's what it was till I left. And I think now it's a Speedway or some shit. Anyway, I got a job there working the graveyard shift, which is basically like either 10 to 6 or 11 to 7, depending on who came in first or whatever. I had already done this kind of work, and I did it in like some of the ghettoest areas of Phoenix. So when I got the job here, I wasn't too worried about it because it's actually in a pretty nice neighborhood and all that shit. I had no worries of anything like that here. Anyway, I was working with this guy named Eric, my buddy Eric, I talk about all the time. That's where we met, was at this place. And I think it had to have been within my first week. I think. He had his buddies, or I don't know if he did it or if they just did it on their own. They're like, oh, there's a new guy, let's fuck with him. One of them is still my buddy Dave, and this other guy we knew. Damn, what the fuck was his name, dude? I'm so mad that I can't remember his name right now. Damn. I feel so bad right now. Anyway, there was these two black guys that we hung out with quite a bit. Dave and I can't fucking remember his goddamn Manny. Was it Manny? I think it's Manny. I don't know why. I can't remember right now for some reason. Anyway, like my first week there, they roll up in a vehicle and like they put on like ski masks and shit, and they start coming in the fucking store like they're gonna rob the place. And it like makes me shit a brick. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck's going on, dude? And Eric, I think, like I said, either knew about it or he knew who it was and just didn't give a shit. But they got me pretty good. They all started laughing at me and shit. That was basically how I got introduced to these guys. And like I said, Eric and Dave are still pretty good friends of mine. And then along the way, I met a lot of other dudes that we ended up being real good friends too. Like I have a few friends from that place, which is kind of crazy. That's probably where most of my friends that I have met in this city have came from that one job. Now that I think about it, I have a few friends at a couple other jobs, but like at Giant, there was like 6 people that I definitely considered like really good friends. So, but anyway, like you said, that was like the second night in, right? But like we started hanging out and shit. And there's this other guy working there. His name is Nate. He goes by Nathan, I think, nowadays, but I believe we just called him Nate back then. It was Nate Dog, whatever, dude. But we would all either kind of get off around the same time or something like that. Cause it was weird. Like we would get off work and we'd all go over to Nate's house and like play some Call of Duty or some shit like that, So like that's where our friendships all kind of came from with those two guys. Like I said, Dave, he was just always around. So we hung out with that guy when he was at the store and shit like that. And then, came friends from there. But like I said, with Nate, we would go over to his house and we blaze and play some Call of Duty and shit. And then eventually, like, I think I ended up getting the Xbox. So I think Eric just started coming over to my place. And I think Nate started coming over for a while over there. Like, I can't remember because I worked at this place twice. I can't remember. Yeah, that was definitely the first time. Because we were living over on Muriel. But yeah, we'd all get off in the morning, just go over there and play some Call of Duty, get all fucking loaded up on fucking bowls and shit, just having a good time. Then like after a while, my buddy Eric's all like, hey dude, you like some Go Fast or whatever, a little pick me up. And I kind of figured out what he was talking about, and I was like, oh yeah, dog, sure. I'm down, because I had done it before. I'm pretty sure I've admitted to it here. I was doing it in Kansas, I'd done it several times in Palm Springs. So I was like, yeah, dude, I'm down. So like from there, me and him pretty much every payday would like go pick up some shit and just get all spun up for the weekend and shit. He was usually off, so he was smart, but I was working all the time. But I liked it because it would help me do my job, of course. It's just like fucking right on. Yeah, I'm ready to clean now. But yeah, fucking, we get some shit and I get all spun up for work and I would just fucking deck scrub the whole parking lot and shit and make it look all nice and everything would be all stocked and, everything was perfect. It was funny. I would always joke like, dude, it's like every 2 weeks, this place looks amazing. But yeah, we would just, we'd go fucking, we had this little room out back of the gas station. It was like where the air compressor pump was basically. And we just go in there and roll bowls and smoke joints or whatever and just do all kinds of crazy shit. Then eventually, of course, we started getting other people that were, wanting to get fucking lit or whatever. So started getting more people showing up and hanging out at the store. And, we started getting hookups with people and it kind of started getting a little crazy. Like at one point, I remember like there would be like 8 cars in the parking lot. None of them are customers. They're just all people there wanting to get fucked up, either getting drunk or smoking a blunt or whatever, It was pretty crazy. And then like, we had some homies that'd be like, yo, I'll fucking give you some weed for some alcohol, or, let me get some free blunt wraps or some shit like that, and we started doing that kind of stuff, the homie hookups and, just working things our own way. And it was funny, like when I was first working there was this guy, Nick, there. And we knew that he smoked weed. And like, I think we smoked with him every now and again. But we never clued this guy in on anything that we did in this place for whatever reason. I think me and Eric were just like, we thought he might say some shit to the bosses, which is funny is because Nick turned out to be one of the coolest dudes there. Like, I fucking love Nick. He was one of my buddies. He's invested in me on this podcast. So, he's a homie for life type shit, fucking, he's, always looking out for, a friend. So it's cool to have someone like that. It's just like Eric. That guy is usually down for some shit, except for getting on this podcast. That's kind of my fault as well, though. So I can't blame Eric. But like, it's funny because, like I said, we first looked at Nick like, I don't know, man, that guy might snitch to the boss or something. Come to find out, he was doing some funny shit too, dude. Like, he wasn't like stealing and doing like crazy shit like me and Eric were doing, all that kind of stuff. But he was doing hilarious stuff. Like, he would go smash all the Skittles or stuff like that, go shake up all the Pringles. So all you got is powder. He was just like a dick like that. It was hilarious when he told me that shit. I was like, dude, you're fucking hilarious. But, after a while, like I said, getting to know Nick, we figured out, like, oh, this dude's fucking cool as fuck. So yeah, he's another dude that I met through Giant that, like I said, a really good friend. I don't really talk to Nate too much anymore, though. That guy has kind of like gone off and done his own thing. I got another buddy, my buddy Matt. Met him through Giant as well, just coming through, buying stuff all the time. Just got to talking, and then one day just kind of hooked up on some shit. And I've known that guy now for, I guess, I guess it's 14 years since we've been here. So it's kind of crazy. He's a really good dude too. He's the one that owns the solar business. I think I talked about it on here. He owns that business. I think it was power.com. It's like power, but it's got a U instead of an E. And he offers solar for residential, I think business and all that shit here in Albuquerque. So if you ever want to check that shit out, check it out for sure. Speaking of solar, like I guess over there at my in-laws' house, they're getting solar put in. I was just like, damn, that's crazy, man. That was the last thing I expected them to be getting involved in. I didn't realize that shit was so much either. It's a lot of fucking money. Like, I thought it was like not even half that much. So I'm just like, damn, I guess that's not going to be an option for me anytime soon. It's like, I don't know. I thought that shit was supposed to be relatively affordable. But I don't know, maybe there's like the tax breaks and all that shit. So that, it may end up being that way. But I'm just like, damn, that's crazy shit. But yeah. Oh yeah, I was like, what the fuck was I talking about? Sorry, I totally went off on a tangent there on some other shit. Giant. Yeah. That place, like I said, me and Eric were doing some pretty iffy stuff just to, like I said, to get some buds and stuff like that. We'd hook some people up. And then, like I said, it just kind of turned into the spot where everybody was like, dude, we should just go over there. It's 3:00 in the morning. There ain't nothing else open. We should go hang out over there with those guys. So like I said, there'd be like 8 cars and none of them are customers. They're just, everybody's out there jamming music, fucking smoking a blunt, doing stupid shit, It was pretty fun. We had it pretty good for a long time. And then like there was this little douchebag Cody that kind of took over the store for a while. He kind of fucked things up for a little bit. And then, like, I think I talked about it before. My buddy Eric got fired over some dumb shit. Nick ended up getting fired over drug test, fucking bullshit. Nate ended up getting fired over some drug test bullshit. I think even Jimmy quit. I had a buddy Jimmy there as well. He was kind of like on the outside level buddy. Like he was a good dude. Like I really like Jimmy, but he wasn't, he wasn't on the inside with Nick and Eric and Nate and all them, but we liked the guy, but he definitely had a little bit of a mouth on him. He would go off on some customers sometimes and shit. And just like, dude, you need to like watch what you say, man. But anyway, like he quit and he went to TA, which is a truck stop basically. And I ended up following him there not too long after that because, like I said, all my friends were gone after that. Like everybody got fired or whatever. I was just like, dude, I don't want to be here, especially because the boss we had was this fucking douchebag. We really hated him. Like, oh yeah, that's another funny story. I believe, if I remember correctly, Nick took this guy's gold-plated Creedence Clearwater, I believe it was. It was, like a 4-pack of CDs. And I believe he scratched them all up or something like that. And the guy got fucking extremely pissed off. And Nick was like, oh, no, dude, we were just listening to it and the thing fell or something like that. I can't remember what his excuse was. But he totally did it on purpose. I know he did. But anyway, like, this dude was just like a super douchebag. And he was like this major alcoholic. You could just see it. His face was constantly red. So we're just like, yeah, this guy's got a fucking alcohol problem. Like you could totally tell. And that's probably why he's always angry. He's always pissed off when he gets here in the morning because he was drunk the night before. But I'm pretty sure that's why Jimmy quit, was because he was tired of dealing with that fucker. Because Jimmy was a day crew guy. So he had to deal with that guy a lot. So he left, went to TA. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to leave too. I'm going to go to TA. Jimmy helps me get hired. And I don't even know if I'm there a week. And that guy gets fired for eating popcorn. Now, that may not make any sense because you're like, why would you get fired for eating popcorn? Well, we had a popcorn machine that we gave away free popcorn from. We would give it to the truckers or whoever. Didn't matter. We'd be like, oh, you want some popcorn? Here you go. So everybody ate the popcorn. I saw many people eating the popcorn. The fucking boss, Gilbert, I think just had a problem with him. So he used that as an excuse to get rid of him. So I'm like, fuck, man, I get this job at this place because you're working here. I wanted to work with people I know. And there was another person there from Giant who actually had, I guess, gotten fired from Giant for stealing money orders, I believe is what I heard. And then she ended up getting fired from TA for stealing from that place. Apparently she was like scanning out like $400 stereos like they're getting sold or some shit like that so she can cash in the money or some shit without the inventory looking bad. Can't remember exactly how she did it, but apparently she stole quite a bit of money. But she was there for quite a while after I was there, but she got fired, I don't know, I guess like 4 or 5 months after I started working there. But TA was a trip, man. I did not necessarily like working there because the truckers are kind of gross people. And I can kind of get it because all you're doing is sitting in those trucks all day long. So you're probably not the most hygienical person, but I don't know. And they weren't the most friendly people either. Like I try to be pretty fucking fake friendly to everybody. So it's just, you know, they seem to be the more like wouldn't even say hello to you half the time and shit. And it's just like, well, fuck you then, dude. But the coolest thing about working at TA was that was like a place where all the trucks or like, you know, huge buses would stop and get gas because it was like one of the easiest places to get when you're leaving town or whatever. So when concerts were over, you get a lot of bands and stuff that would come into that place. And like, I don't necessarily care about any of that. There was actually quite a few bands that I listened to that came in, and I wasn't really interested. You know, I wasn't trying to bother them or anything like that. I think like even like Slipknot was there one time. It wasn't when I was working, but like my buddy hit me up and told me that they were there. Like they were doing autographs and shit like that. And I was just like, yeah, okay. But the one that was really fucking cool was this one time I was in the back. I was doing my inventory bullshit or whatever, putting stuff away. And my buddy Chris, who was a security guard there, comes back there and he's like, dude, Dave Chappelle's here. I was like, shut the fuck up, dude. Get out of here. And he's like, dude, I'm serious. Dave Chappelle's here. And I'm like, dude, if I go out front here and there's some crackhead looking motherfucker out front, I'm going to hit you. So like I go up front not believing him whatsoever. I'm just like, why would Dave Chappelle be here? Like that dude was like in Africa at that time, I think. But anyway, I go out front and it's for sure Dave Chappelle. And I couldn't fucking believe it. I was like, holy shit, dude. Like, what are you doing here? Why are you in Albuquerque? It was like fucking 4 a.m. And like, I can't remember what he said. I think he said he was coming from Vegas. They were just going through, you know, this is like the road that goes through to a lot of places. So, but he's just sitting there and he's smoking fucking cigarettes. He had to have smoked like 4 cigarettes in the half an hour that he was there. And I just sat there with him, talking to him, you know, about shit. And the one thing I wish is I would have had a cell phone. Like back then, I was barely tech savvy at anything, so I didn't even have a cell phone back then. I don't even think my buddy Chris, he might have had a flip one. I don't know. Like I said, it was quite a long time ago. But I wish we could have got a picture, or I wish I would have asked for an autograph, because that is one that I'm like, damn, I should have got Chappelle's autograph, man. But I've always been that way. I've never wanted to ask people for their autographs. You know, I've met a few famous people here and there, and I've just always just been like, either shake their hand, give them some acknowledgement, and walk away. I've never been one like, can I get a fucking picture? Can you sign my phone after we take it? You know, I've never been that person. I've kind of wish I would have a few times, like meeting Ari Shaffir. Like meeting Ari and Joey Diaz when they were here in Santa Fe, I should have took pictures. We should have even just smoked a joint with those guys. They probably would have. But I'm just such a fucking, I don't know. I feel like I'm a fucking nobody, so why would anybody even want to associate with me? So I never give anybody the chance to tell me no. So that's probably my main thing. I don't want to be like let down. Like I don't want to know that my fucking one of my idols is a dick and he won't take a picture with me. But like I guarantee they would have, because Ari's not that way, dude. Like Ari's from that kind of group that, like I said, he probably would have smoked a joint with us. He probably would have hung out and talked for a while. But we were just like, oh, nice to meet you, great show, and walked off, you know. It's just like, damn, we should have fucking spent more time there, dude. But yeah, that was really the only good part about TA. It wasn't nowhere near as fun as Giant. Like I said, Giant was a party for most of the time that I worked there. And I pretty much did and took and ate and drank whatever the fuck I wanted from that place And every now and again, I might pay for it. So like it was pretty crazy. We did some pretty gnarly thieving and shit there. So especially after all my friends got fired, I went a little crazy. I was just like, I'm gonna destroy this place. And it didn't even work. I was trying to get the boss fired and they didn't even care. They're like, oh, there's that much merchandise missing. That's fucking weird. That much, it's got to be a glitch. And like, they just gave that guy, let him keep his job. But the funny part about that guy, I forgot to mention this. 2, maybe 3 months after I quit, the guy died of a heart attack at the store. It's pretty crazy. It's like, damn. That probably that alcohol and all the stress from him always being angry got to him, because he wasn't old. Guaranteed he was under 50, I would say. It was pretty crazy. And we were all just like, holy shit, dude. He fucking died. We couldn't believe it. And it's like, damn, if we would have just held out. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't have stayed there anyway, because I got tired of that business pretty quickly. Even at TA, I was just like, I'm done, man. Like, the only thing that really kept me at TA was I really liked Chris. He was a good dude. He was a funny fucking guy. Me and him would just fucking pig out on food all the time because they had that restaurant right there. So we'd just fucking eat crazy shit all day long. And like, there was a couple people there that I liked, you know, so it kept me around. But I was just done with that shit. I can't imagine ever going back to any kind of gas station shit. I have no need. Like I said, I've done it plenty of times. And the fact that nothing bad had ever really happened. We got robbed one time, but it was basically with an axe handle. Like, the guy just smashed it on the counter and was like, give us the fucking money. And the guy that was at the register just gave him the money. I was just all like, yeah, give him the fucking money. I don't know. I'm not going to fight these dudes over our fucking money that's not ours. But yeah, like I said, luckily nothing ever bad happened, because those kind of jobs, you know, you tend to go through some shit. That's for sure. Let me look this up real quick. What I should have did was pull up that damn song that Legion of Skanks did. Oh, that, I guess I could just talk about that real quick while I'm pulling this shit up. I talked about Michael K. Williams dying, and it was probably drugs, right? Well, apparently, there was 5 other comedians that died like that same weekend, and it's because their cocaine was laced with fentanyl, which is fucking crazy. So I'm wondering if that is what has also killed Michael K. Williams. I haven't really looked into that. But it's pretty coincidental that both of them, you know, died from drugs, you know, over the weekend. Kind of makes me wonder, you know, is there some dude out there overlacing the fucking cocaine with fentanyl, which I don't even get anyway. I heard they did it to make the drugs stronger so they can make the drugs go further. I just don't get that. Who puts a harder drug in a drug to cut it? You usually put shit in a drug to cut it to make it go further, not like something that makes it more powerful. So it makes me wonder, like, are they doing this shit on purpose to kill people? Like, is there just some crazy motherfucker that's just like, all right, I got this batch of coke. I'm going to put all this fentanyl in here, and I'm just going to murder everybody this weekend. And it's just going to look like overdoses. you know, because it's weird. Like I said, who the fuck does that? You don't do that. Like people who would cut coke, they would use, fucking I can't even fucking remember the name of the shit, but they use some kind of like, was it fucking baby shit or something? I can't even remember. They would use it to cut the fucking coke. It made it shitty coke, but it makes it go further because now I have more. So I don't understand the whole point of putting another drug in a drug. That'd almost be like, all right, I bought a vial of acid. That's not strong enough, even though acid is fucking strong. I am going to now put liquid molly into that acid. Like, why? Why are you making it even worse? I mean, it's not even on that level because at least that's a good quality blend. The problem with the fentanyl is apparently just this tiny little bit can kill you. So if you're buying a 20, if there's just a little granule in there, you can die. It's just like, why would you even want to do that? Like I said, it has to be done purposely. There's just no reason for them to be doing this. It doesn't seem like it'd be something that's going to make you more money. Like fentanyl's got to be expensive as well, right? If it's not powerful, it can't be cheap. Why not just sell that by itself? If it's that good, I'm sure people would just want that. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't get that shit whatsoever. But it just made me wonder, is that what killed Michael K. Williams? Did someone fucking lace his goddamn coke with some fucking fentanyl? I'm going to look through the news real quick, just see if there's anything I really want to attempt to talk about. Prince Andrew's getting in some more trouble. Not a surprise. What the fuck? Some kind of hurricane is going to produce feet of snow. That's kind of crazy. I guess because it's going to be that cold. Yeah, that's fucking weird. Okay. Florida mess, don't care. Howard Stern's a douche. I'm not really seeing much. Like I said, I've been trying to find that shit about the kids in Canada. I guess I could just Google that shit, but it just seems like it seems to pop up every now and again. He says it's just not something that they really care about too much. Looks like a couple of Florida students were trying to shoot up the school. They got caught. Yeah, I'm not really seeing too much on the news front. Yeah, I guess that fuck the news. I'm not seeing shit that I want to talk about. Trying to think if I watched anything lately. I already think I reviewed the Titans, so I'm not going to talk about that again. I was thinking about checking out that Doom Patrol because it looks pretty interesting, but I figure I should finish the Titans up at least. I think there's another series on Disney that I was thinking about checking out. The Shang-Chi or some shit like that. Looks interesting. The Spider-Man shit, everybody's flipping out about the Spider-Man movie. I think people are going to be let down by that movie. Just saying. Don't have your hopes up. Just seems way too fucking busy. I should have fucking pulled this up already. Yeah, I'm not going to do that because it looks like it's making my shit slow. So let me see if I can pull it up on here. I just really liked what the Skanks did with the fucking... Oh, they're on right now too. Shit. I forgot it's Friday. I keep forgetting it's Friday, people. The Skanks did a Hootie and the Blowfish song the other day, and it just kind of made me laugh. And it also made me like want to go listen to that song. But I'm going to see if I can find that shit real quick. This is probably going to take way too long. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with that. I should have pulled that up. I'll do that on the next episode for sure because I want to show that shit. I did post a video of one of their things that they showed, though, about how the Apple phone facial recognition is kind of racist, or at least it's not very good for black people, apparently. They had a guest, Jamar Neighbors, on, and dude's got a red mohawk. Okay. He has facial recognition on his phone. He points to some guy in the audience, looks nothing like him, except for that he's black. He even has glasses on, I believe. The guy comes up, he puts his phone to him, it unlocks his phone. The Skanks are like, there's no fucking way that's real, dude. And he's like, nah, for real. Let's try this again. Gets another black guy, it unlocks. They're like, holy shit, this is fucking crazy. So Lewis, who's Puerto Rican, but he's very light-skinned, grabs the phone and he tries to do it. It doesn't work. And then the thing that really topped it off is they have Black Baby, which is a doll on the table that they have there. It's just basically a Black Baby doll. He picks it up. He puts the phone to its face. It unlocks the phone. Craziest shit I have seen. So, is Apple racist? Or is their facial technology just that bad? What brought all that up, I guess, is apparently Facebook had marked a bunch of black people as primates or monkeys or whatever on Facebook. So that caused a huge issue, which I totally get. Like, what the fuck? You can't be calling black people fucking monkeys, man. Even if it's on accident, like that shouldn't happen. But I don't know how that could possibly happen. Like, someone had to have wrote that code. Like, anything that looks this dark is a monkey. So, like, same thing with the facial recognition. How does that work? Because it works on me. I'll fucking use the shit on me, hand it to my white friend. It doesn't unlock. So why is it unlocking for all black people? It seems like Dave Smith said it perfectly. So you're telling me all black people's iPhones are unsecured. I can literally just, if I'm black, open up any other black person's phone. And that's crazy shit, man. That's supposed to be security. It's obviously not working. But yeah, like that tripped me out. I shared that on my Facebook. If you didn't see that, I might put it up on the episode this next week as well. Like I said, they had that song that Hootie and the Blowfish did. And like, what's funny is them singing that song. I was just like, you know what? That's actually kind of a good song. It's funny shit though. Already done almost 50 minutes. I was trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to talk about. Since there was no news, I didn't do a TV review really. I didn't really bring up anything today. It's all right. I yapped long enough, I think. It is episode 30. I should have maybe planned a little bit bigger for the episode, but I'm just not much of a planner, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'll just go ahead and get off from here. Sorry. The vape is kind of hitting hard today. Yeah, fucking I got the podcast going up on most of the Audible areas. You can get it on Spotify, Breaker, some other shit. I'm going to add it to iTunes or, Apple Podcasts. Oh, it's on Google Podcasts. I'm going to get it on the Stitcher. I already asked a bunch of you already to go follow me on Spotify, which I appreciate a lot. That'll definitely help me out. And then I just need to try to get this thing built up a little bit more. It'd probably help, I guess, I really need to try to get on some other episodes of other podcasts. I was going to do that, and then I just kind of backed out on some shit. Just been kind of busy, but I should really try to do that again. Because that would help bring other people to me. Because, the people I have, they're supporting me. So I just need to somehow reach out and get some other people, I thought about like reaching out to Gas to see if I could be on any episodes, but I don't think I'm that well prepared for being on anything on there yet. I don't know. I guess it wouldn't hurt. Like I wouldn't mind being on The Thing Is. Like I fucking love that show. When I got some ghost stories, I got like one fight story, bad date stories. I mean my fucking me meeting my wife was a bad date story, but it turned out to be a good date story. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna start doing that. What I need to do is get my internet upgraded. I think if I get the internet upgraded, all the interview shit will work a lot better. Because I think that might have been the problem when I was doing it with Eric. Because we kept having issues with the connectivity shit. So I'm wondering if I just don't have good enough internet. I know they offer gig speed now, so if I could get gig speed Wi-Fi, that would be fucking. I'm sure that should work perfectly. So I should look into that. But maybe I should try a few test shows with some friends or something like that. See if it's that bad with the connection, or if it was, me or whatever. So. Like I said, I just want to try to get more people listening. I would love some feedback, some comments on any videos, any questions, anything you guys want to hear me talk about. I'm down. So, leave some comments, leave some questions, tell me I suck, anything, dude. I just want some feedback. And, if you could share, tell a friend, fucking any of that shit, it all helps. I appreciate it all. And, I'm just going to keep trying to get better at this thing. I feel like I've gotten better. I feel like my flow is definitely better. I definitely am filling out the time for sure. Before I was having trouble even talking for 20 minutes. Now I'm just like, I could probably just keep rambling about things. But I'm not sure if people enjoy the ramblings or not. See, that's where I need like the feedback from you people. The people that are listening, just a little bit of feedback would be great. Should I talk some more? Should I just keep going on stuff that I'm talking about? Should I focus on other things? Just give me some thoughts, some opinions. That'd be great. And it would help me out. And like I said, the people that are sharing and liking and doing all the things, I appreciate it a lot. It helps out. So, but stay tuned for Monday's episode for sure. And I hate to say that I do it, but I kind of want to do a show before Thursday because of football. So maybe I could do like a quick 15-minute show just about fantasy football. I may end up doing that. But stay tuned for sure for Monday. I will be here. And I will definitely have some videos and stuff to watch. I think I'm going to pull a few things up to watch like I did with Shane Gillis's special. Or no, Shane Gillis's bit. But speaking of Shane Gillis's special, apparently it was available the same day that I downloaded my podcast. I thought he was still shooting it. But it is available on YouTube. It's for free. So go check it out. Just search for Shane Gillis. It should be on there. It's like an hour long. I'm going to check it out probably later today. See how funny it is. I may even watch a bit or two on Monday shows so you guys can check it out. But watch it, man. Give this guy some support because dude is fucking funny. They kind of screwed him out of SNL. So I would like to see this guy succeed because he is definitely talented. So, and he's kind of a regular looking dude, man. He ain't some fucking pretty boy fucking actor, so he's kind of representing all of us fucking normies. Anyway, like I said, check it out. It's on YouTube. So just Shane Gillis. I don't think it even has a title. Just look up Shane Gillis. It should be there. Watch it. And then, like I said, Monday, I want to probably show both of those segments from Legion of Skanks. I want to show them singing because I just want to show the most offensive podcast what they do best. And then I want to show that thing about the iPhone because that shit just blew me away. But tune in Monday for sure. All right. We'll catch you guys later. Peace.